All right. Greetings, fellow grade 12s. It's Mr. Sajoy here, and welcome to Back to Basics again. Now, what we are touching on now, basically, we are going to be looking at our sigma notation, right? So now, I think we have this particular symbol when we are referring to sigma notation. So we have this particular sign that looks something like this. Let me just try and draw it very nicely for you, right? This that looks something like this, which is going to be the symbol for our sigma notation. All together. So basically, it looks something like this. And now, how do we then use this particular sigma notation, right? Now, this sigma notation, basically, we use it to, to indicate probably the number of sequences that must be added together, right? To form what we call our series. Are to get? And now our sigma notation, it is going to be used basically in all these different types of, patterns, whether it is your arithmetic, whether it is your geometric, and sometimes we also use it in our quadratic number pattern. Isn't it so? That is basically our patterns that are going to be added together, right? So now I want us to go through in terms of how do we interpret this particular thing. For example, let's say I give you that here you are having your 12, right? You are having your 12, here you are having your n is equals to 1, and then you are having this here, which is same as your 2, or rather, let's make it 3. Let's say you are having your 3, and subtract your 2. Isn't it so? Now, firstly, how do you interpret this type of a thing, right? Now, let's start here. So now this, firstly, this one, what does it represent? Basically, this is a representation of the value of n in the last term, right? So this is going to what? This is the value, right? This is the value of n, isn't it so? This is going to be the value of n in the last term, right? In the last term, right? So basically, that is going to be the significance of that particular one, right? And then now, what else do you know? These 3n subtract 2. What is the significance of this 3n subtract 2? We are saying now every term in this series can be calculated using this general formula. So basically, this is more of what? Of your general formula for this particular thing, right? Your general formula for your sigma notation. And these are now here. This basically now it is the value of n in the first term, right? So this is going to be what? The value of n in the first term, isn't it so? So basically this gives you what? The value of your first term, right? Of your first term, isn't it so? Then that is going to be that one, right? The value of n of the first term, isn't it so? And this, three like type of shape, this means sum, right? This means sum, basically, which means this means addition, isn't it so? So basically, that means sum, which means addition, which means therefore it represents our series, isn't it so? So basically, that's what we can take out of this. Now, let's say we are given in terms of how can we calculate this particular sum of this one. We are going to start here, right? Now, we are going to say, firstly, here, now we are going to say what is going to be our term one, right? Now, our term one is going to be given by what? It is going to be given by n is equals to 1. So, which means this, your term one is going to be given by 3 into the n, you write 1, right? Subtract 2. Which is going to be your term one, which is going to be given by 1, and your term 2, let's say we are looking for your term 2 in there, it's going to be given by 3 into 2, subtract your 2, which is going to give you what? Which is going to give you your 4. And your term 3, it is going to be given by what? It is going to be given by 3 into 3, subtract what? This is subtract 2, which is equals to your what? Which is going to be equals to your 7. Basically, these are going to be the first 3 terms, isn't it so? These are going to be the first 3 terms. And now, if we want to calculate the sum of these, we are going to say now what is going to be the sum of this particular thing. This is going to be same as remember, for calculating sum, we use the different formula, right? We use the formula Sn is equals to your what? This is going to be equals to your n over 2 open bracket your 2a plus into n subtract 1 close bracket your d. isn't it so? But now, in order for us to calculate the Sn, we firstly need to know in terms of how many terms do we have in this particular sigma notation, right? Now, and to calculate the number of term, what basically we use, right, to calculate the value of your n. The value of your n, it is found by this particular formula. N, it is given by what? Top minus bottom, and this is top minus bottom, and then what? Plus 1. Basically, what is the top? Now, the top, it is the top value here, and the bottom, it is the bottom value here, right? So, which means here it's going to be same as what? 12 subtract what? 12 subtract 1 plus 1. And what is going to be this one? Which means the number of terms that we are having here, indeed, it is going to be equals to 12. So, therefore, we are going to look for Sn of 12, right? So the Sn of 12 is going to be given by what? This is going to be Sn is equals to what? 12 over 2, open bracket, your 2. And the value of your A is going to be the first here, which is going to be what? Which is going to be a 1. And then this is going to be plus what is going to be the value of your N? It's 12, subtract 1. Close bracket, what is going to be your difference? Now, the difference that you are finding in here, look, if you can subtract all these, when you say 4 subtract 1, this is going to be same as 3. Similarly, 7 subtract your 4, it's going to be given 3, which means the difference here is going to be same as your what? As your 3. And now, when you are closing this, what is going to be the answer that you are going to find? The answer that you are going to find in here, it's going to be what? It is going to be 200 and what? 210. Right now, I want to give you this next example so that you can see and at least know what is required of you. Let's say now I give you this next thing here, right? Let me just make up my space here and give you a different sigma notation so that you can at least be in an understanding of what is required of you in here, right? Now let's see. So let's say now in this next sigma notation, I want us to just to make up our space here so that we can get the next one. So now let's say in the next sigma notation, what now you are given, let's say now here you are given that you are having your 23 here, and then you are having your n, which is equals to what? Which is equals to 3. And here you are having now your 2n subtract what? Subtract 3. And we want you to calculate what is going to be the sigma notation. What is it that you are going to do here? Now, so we are saying now the n here. Now, this n is equals to 3. Represent your what? This represents your first term. This represents your first term. Isn't it so? So, which means whenever you are looking for T1, this is going to start where you are going to start by substituting 3 in here. When you're substituting 3 in there, you are going to get your what? Your T1, right? So you are going to say now your term number 1, it is going to be given by what? It is going to be given by 2 into brackets 3, subtract what? Subtract 3. And what is going to be the answer that you're having? Look at this one. This is going to be 3. And your term number 2. Now, what is the next term that follows 3? Obviously, you know it's going to be 4. So this is going to be 2 into 4. Subtract what? Subtract 3 is equals to what? The answer that you're going to find here is going to be 5. And now, your term number 3, it is going to be given by what? This is going to be given by what? This is going to be given by your 5, which is going to be 5 subtract your 3, which is equals to what? And this is going to be same as your 7. Let's say we go for our term number 4. Our term number 4, can you see that this is going to be given by 2 into 6 subtract your 3, which is equals to what? Which is equals to your 9. And now these are the 4 terms. Now that you're having the 4 terms, now the second thing that you need to do to calculate the sum of this, we need to calculate what is the value of our n. And you know the value of our n, I gave you the formula just now. I said for you to calculate the value of your n, what is it that you're going to do? We said n, it is given by what? It is given by top minus your bottom, right? And what is going to be your bottom? Plus 1, right? So the top is going to be the 23. So the number of terms, to find out the number of terms that are in this particular notation, sigma notation, this is going to be same as what? 23 subtract what is the bottom? It is going to be your 3. And then this is going to be plus 1, right? And therefore, the answer that you are going to find in here, this is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your 21. Able to get. Now, this is going to be the value of your n. Now you have your value of your n. Now you can come back and we can start calculating for what? Now we can start calculating for our SN, right? Now, when we want to find out our SN, let's start by finding the difference, because that's the other thing that you are going to need, right? So the difference is going to be same as what? Term 2 subtract term 1, which is same as what? The difference here, it's 2. Similarly here, the difference is 2. And similarly, the difference here, it's 2. You said 9 subtract 7, 2. 7 subtract 5, 2. 5 subtract 3, 2, right? So that's how we accumulate our, difference. So we are going to come back, say Sn is equals to what? N over 2, open brackets, 2 plus 2a plus, open brackets, and subtract 1. This is D. Then this is going to be your sum formula. Then now the sum of these terms that are here now, they are 21. So this is 21 over 2, open brackets, 2. What is going to be the value of your A? The value of your A that you found in there, it was what? It was 3. Plus this is going to be what? This is same as 21 subtract 1. And then the difference that you are going to find in there, it's going to be what? It is 2, right? So basically that is going to be that. And whenever now you have that, what is it that you're going to do? You can simply just plug this into your into your calculator. And what is it that you're going to find? The SN here, it's going to be what? It's going to be 483, right? This is going to be 483. So which means basically here, the 483, which means it's going to be here. This is going to be same as equals to 483. How to get? So basically that is going to be how you do your sigma notation. Thank you very much.